Hello, everybody. It is April 1st, April Fool's Day. It is April 1st, 2022. It is 11:30 a.m., which means it is time once again for our Midday Mindful Moment. I'm Reverend Jonathan Zenz. I'm the minister here at Unity of Tucson, here being not physically where I am right now, but here in this virtual space that we enjoy. Whether you're watching at the Unity of Tucson YouTube or Facebook, or on the Jonathan Zenz YouTube or Facebook, wherever you're watching from, here I am, and here you are. This Midday Mindful Moment is a spiritual practice that we engage in every single Tuesday through Friday, right in the middle of the day, as a way to affirm our good and to deepen into our practice. Because when we are consistent in our spiritual practice, life just gets better all around. That's been my experience, and so that's what I choose to share with the world. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, I would love for you to post a comment. Let me know you're here. I do see that Sherry is here. Ariel, checking this out for the first time. Grateful to have you here. Welcome. Darwin on YouTube says, fabulous Friday. Blessings from Darwin and Jerry. William, beautiful hike in the Catalina Mountains this morning. Grateful to know that. Love from William and Anita. I've had a bunch of calls this morning, but I am thinking about doing a bit of a hike today myself, heading up into the foothills. So I have this to offer as a reminder, as I do, which is to say, you are love, you are light, you are life, you are magnificent. I am so grateful that you shine your light and share your magnificence. Thanks for being here. Not just here in this virtual space we've created together, but here in the world. You are here in the world for a purpose. Whether you know what that purpose is or not, you matter, and you would not be here if you didn't matter. So take that to heart today. Sharon, grateful to see you here today as well. Since January 30th, I have allowed these Midday Mindful Moments to be focused on the themes and the ideas that have been presented by the Association for Global New Thought during the Season for Nonviolence. The Season for Nonviolence, which runs from January 30th through April 4th. Each year. Today, the offering is from them on this idea, commitment. Now, I'm going to read to you what it is they offer in terms of how to approach the concept of commitment. In what they offer today, it says, spend 5 minutes reflecting on your commitment to nonviolence. Write down what it means to you and what you are willing to do as a consequence of your commitment. I'm not sure that I like the word consequence. Consequence for me, just personally, has sort of a negative connotation. So what are you willing to do in support of your commitment is what I would say. Make your commitment public by sharing this with at least 2 people. You get to decide whether that's what you want to do or not. But I was thinking about this concept of commitment and kind of settling into what is it that I feel around this notion. What is my comfort level with commitment? And I started thinking, well, yes, I have a commitment in my own personal life to nonviolence. That is part of how I choose to live my life. If I see violence in the world, my initial response, actually any response, not just my initial response, but my response to it is not to engage in violence, because that creates what? It creates more violence. So what is my commitment? Well, I have a commitment to spiritual practice. And part of my spiritual practice is to be the presence of peace, to practice being the presence of peace. And I think if I am the presence of peace, then the non-violence comes naturally. So maybe that's something that we can think about today. Perhaps that's something that you can take to heart in your own heart and mind, that you can take that into your practice. The other thing about commitment is, let's face it, commitment can be hard, right? Making a decision to stick with a practice can be hard. I see people come in and talk to me all the time about how they feel like they're always falling off, I was going to say falling off the horse, how they always seem to have a challenge with sticking to the commitments that they make, specifically with spiritual practice or with things in their lives. part of that is, and actually, I'm going to offer this. I gave this as an assignment to somebody. Now, I've recently renegotiated my contract at Unity of Tucson as the senior minister. And I thought, well, these are commitments that we are making to each other. The organization is making these to me, and I'm making these commitments to the organization. Well, why don't I actually codify by writing down my spiritual commitments in my life and then actually signing that document and letting it be a consistent reminder? What if we actually made contracts with ourselves in terms of how we choose to be? Maybe that's something that will work. In what way will you be committed today? In what way will you be committed today? And what will you commit yourself to today? That's the message. That's the message. We all have the capacity for deepening our commitment to our practice. And if you are in alignment with that, I do believe, my belief, I do believe that life will get better. So let's codify that in one of the ways that we do that by engaging in some affirmative prayer together. What do you say? If it is safe and comfortable for you to close your eyes, I'm going to invite you to do that. Allow yourself the luxury of this time that we have chosen to be together to settle in to the practice. Just allow an easeful, relaxed countenance. Allow yourself to turn the attention to the inner life. I choose to turn the attention actively to the inner life with the understanding that the inner life is the point from which all things flow forth. And so I am here, I am focused, and I allow. I allow a deepened understanding that there is only one infinite power and presence. There is only one source. There is God and nothing else. God, this greatness on demand, this creative energy, the principle that is all that is. Every aspect of expression, every form, every circumstance is God, letting itself be known as action, as circumstance, as experience. And so I know that each and every one of us is the experience of God. We are this divine, magnificent, infinite power at the level of our expression of it. There is no separation. Every aspect of our being is divine. Every aspect of our being is this principle in motion. There is no part of us that is not wholly divine. And so I know that the power of divine creation is at hand for each and every one of us. And all we need do is activate it by speaking our word, by speaking up and knowing the truth of who we are and allowing that truth to unfold magnificently. And so I trust and know that we are, each and every one of us, in a place of making the commitment. I trust and know that this is so for me, and I allow and deepened understanding that this is so for each of us, that we are in this place of allowing commitment to peace, to practice peace, a commitment to active nonviolence, a commitment to love only. I love only. I choose to love only. I choose to recognize love in the interaction and the experience of all with whom I am in relationship. I see the face of God in everyone whom I encounter, and in seeing the face of God, I trust that that becomes the great equalizer in this expression of life. And so I allow love to lead the way. That is my commitment. I codify this commitment. I codify this understanding by applying this stamp upon it, the stamp of consciousness, active use of consciousness through this affirmative prayer. And it is with great gratitude that I simply trust in the unfoldment, the good, the light, and the life, to let itself be known in the outcome. Easefully and effortlessly, I step out of the way and let it be so. And I trust it as so. I trust and know that this is. And so it is. Amen. And so it is. Well, thank you for joining me for this beautiful opportunity to engage in some spiritual practice together. Always delighted to share this time with you. I will be back for the next Midday Mindful Moment right here on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you're watching, next Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. Also, you can join me Sunday morning at 9 a.m. for guided meditation. That is a virtual experience at unitytucson.com/livestream. Additionally, you can join virtually or in person at Unity of Tucson for our Sunday celebration at 10 a.m. So I'd love to see you there. Do please continue to comment whether you're watching live or later on the replay. I always love to see the comments come through, and it's good to know that we are connected. It's the way that I know who's with me. So thank you for commenting. Also continue to like and follow and all of that jazz. Share this video, share the prayer, and we get to create a world that is opening and awakening to its magnificence. That's my role. That's my job. That's what I've decided to let be my job in this world. So I will remind you once again, you are magnificent. You are. It's not because of anything you do. It is just the core of who you are. So shine your light, share your magnificence, and have a magnificent weekend. Look forward to seeing you soon. Be well. Bye, everybody. Namaste.